Hello everybody, welcome back. For today's Saturday video, we are talking about a group called BADVILLAIN. They're under Big Planet Made. And I'm making this video mainly to ask you guys what you think about the group and what is happening with them. Because I feel like this is a group that started like very strong. Their debut was very strong, and lately I feel like not only their comebacks have been very far away, but they haven't had like the same production value as the one that they debuted with. And it's weird, I don't know, but BADVILLAIN is a group that, again, I feel like when they debuted they had a lot of potential. There is members on this group that were on shows. You have Emma that was on the Street Woman Fighter, the dance show. There's two members that went on another Survivor show. I think it was the one that formed Classy. I don't fully remember a lot, but there is members on this that the public already knows about and love, and that they were waiting for them to debut. And then when it finally happened, now I feel like they have gone a little bit radio silent with the group, and it's kind of weird. I don't fully understand what is happening. I have a few things that I think about it, but I don't know. I don't know if they're planning for a comeback or anything like that, but it feels like time passes so much from comeback to comeback that they do, that it just feels like the public can kind of, you know, forget about them in a way and don't know that they're active or anything, and they might move on or something. So I just want to talk about it, give my opinion on a couple of things, and know you guys what you guys think about BADVILLAIN and all of that. Now I want to say this before I start about Big Planet Made. There's this huge article that came that has to do with audits and money wise of Big Planet Made, and I know they responded to that article. I was debating into adding that here or not. I decided not to and do a separate video about it. So you guys can go into the comments, and you know, I know about the article, I have read it. I decided to make a separate video talking about it because if I put it into this, one, this video is gonna be way longer. Two, I wanted this to focus on BADVILLAIN and not the company. I want to focus on them, on what I think is happening or something, because again, so much potential with this group that I feel is being wasted for some reason. I don't understand why. But let me tell a little bit about BADVILLAIN, because I think that is also very important. They are a 7-member girl group under BPM Entertainment. They debuted on 2024 June with a single called Overstep. BADVILLAIN is the compound word of bad and villain. Bad is a abbreviation for be aggressive for desire, while villain refers here as a person who moves only for one's goal. The name expresses the power and energy they have and contains the meaning of the children who made the best choice for me. Alternately shortened as BB, born to be visionary, it means being born with infinite possibilities and a new vision, and as the meaning of a new hero on stage who pursues dreams and goals. I'll leave this page below if you want to know more about them. It tells you about pre-debut and all of that. There is, again, 7 members: HU'E, Emma, which she's the one that was on the dancing show, Chloe Young, oh my god, HU'E, Ina, Junso, Vin, Kelly. I think Junso and Chloe were the ones that were on the Survivor show. I think there's at least 2 of them. So there is people or members here that the public already knows about, especially Emma. I think out of all of them, Emma, because of the dancing show, and also because she was a dancer of Hyuna's and Dawn's ping pong thing that they did as a duo. She was one of the dancers, and her fan cam went viral, I remember. So again, they have released 4 things essentially in the year and a half that they have been together already. You got Overstep, which is the one that they released with. There's another special single called Hurricane, and digital singles we have Soon. All the streets are from 2024. The only thing they released in 2025 was Thriller. That's all there is in just a year and a half. Again, when they debuted, a lot of people were excited I'm surprised. The music video definitely has some production value. It is very intense, lots of things happening. It got the attention from the public, but also you could tell they spent a good amount of money on that debut, for sure. Because that music video could not have been cheap to make at all. A lot of things in there were happening. So people were very excited for BADVILLAIN. I feel like there's not only members that people already knew about, there's some new ones that people were excited to get to know. The concept was good, the music video was good, everybody was just very excited for it. Now they're under BPM Entertainment, or Big Planet Made is how I mainly know about them. They are a South Korean record label entertainment agency. They have been founded, I should say, since 2021. So not that long, 4-5 years in a way. There is a lot of artists. They mainly cast soloists. As for groups, they have BABYLAIN, BADVILLAIN, but they got a lot more soloists. Again, Timmy is one of the more recent ones that signed with them, but this is a fairly new company. It hasn't been that long. They definitely got a lot on their plate, and I want to think, well, I've read the article but I still kind of want to think that because they're a fairly new company, they're still learning, they're still trying their best to give everybody a chance, that things are expensive, and you know, maybe BADVILLAIN is getting a little bit affected by it, because again, what they debuted with, they spent a good money on it. They definitely did. So I'm guessing they just didn't take into consideration how expensive everything is, and now they're kind of suffering a little bit of the consequences for it. That's just my guessing. I have a couple of issues and things that I feel are happening with BADVILLAIN, and I want to mention it to you guys, but also I want to know you guys' opinions about it, because again, a group that started so strong with a debut, started releasing music fairly well in 2024, to then almost a year of nothing, release Thriller in 2025, and then nothing else. It's not the greatest thing, because again, when you stop having a group active and not releasing anything, the public can forget about them, especially if you are promoting Vivix more. You got Timing recently and you are promoting him a lot as well. It just looks like BADVILLAIN is not your priority anymore, I feel like, my opinion. Let's talk about it. Let's talk for a second. Oh, this is my opinion, but again, I do want to hear you guys' opinion about it. Maybe I'm the only one that thinks this way, but I want to know you guys' opinions. So the first thing, I just mentioned it, comebacks. For a year, they released a good amount of music. 2024, they did 3 things really good. But also, I again just mention it, I believe that if you don't keep your artists active, the public can forget about them. They can just move on, and then when they do a comeback, it's not gonna be the same. You're gonna be there like, wait, what is happening? Maybe the group is not working anymore, and you're gonna take them back into the basement. It's like, no. It's not like it's not working. It's that you left them in the basement for way too long. The public already moved on. 2025 was very active on K-pop and on music. A lot of the views that did really well. So the public can move on. And then when you do a comeback, it's not gonna do as well, of course, because those people already moved on, or they forgot about BADVILLAIN, or they just went, they're taking too long and just went away. So of course you're not gonna see the same thing as other comebacks. That doesn't mean you should leave them in the basement again. It just means you need to almost restart in a way and make them active again. I don't know how to explain it, but that can happen. And again, this might come up again at some point in the video, I don't know, but their comebacks do well. People like it. The point is, they take too long to do them. So in that time, we could have had 2-3 more debuts. People are going to follow that, and then when they do a comeback, it's like, no. And again, with BADVILLAIN, where their music video started with a production value very high up, if you don't know, when a company debuts, the group is on debt with the company. I don't know if it happens with all of the companies, but with most of them that happens. So I'm guessing the debt is like very high up because of their debut music videos, and now that's why they're not as production value. We will get there, that's another point. Also, they went into the whole year hiatus thing. They only released one thing in 2025, which was Thriller, and nothing else. Again, I don't understand how the company thinks of building a fan base properly stronger enough with that. I'm not saying they cannot do it, but it makes the job harder to do it if you don't keep the group active. Maybe 2026 is gonna be the year they're gonna have a lot more comebacks, but seeing how they're keeping Vivix active, how they're keeping Taemin active, I don't see that happening. Music videos, that's my other point. BADVILLAIN had production value up when it came to music videos, and they made a statement with it. You had BADVILLAIN, which was the one that they debuted with, production value up. HU'E was simple, but again, they were the main focus of it, fine. Zoom, again, production value went up just like BADVILLAIN. It was an intense music video, and they went all out with it. But then you notice that there's nothing else. Thriller, the music video is very simple. I'm pretty sure I did a reaction of it and I mentioned it there. Again, they were the main focus of it. Yes, sort of like HU'E, but production value wasn't the same as BADVILLAIN or Zoom. Also, music video doesn't compare. There's cool things happening here and there. I don't know if it has to do with the other stuff that, again, I'm just gonna make a whole separate video about it. I don't know. It gives me we're struggling to keep up with everything we got, so we need to cut somewhere, and BADVILLAIN was the one that suffered from the cuts, you know, and nothing else after Thriller. Again, I don't know if it is that, again, the company have a lot on their plate. They don't know how to manage the artists. Maybe they're just saving up money for the next thing that they do with BADVILLAIN. It is the same as the debut one, Zoom, anything like that. And they're just seeing that. Maybe they're just testing the water to see which one works more. I don't know what it is, but there's a very clear difference between music videos, and I'm not saying it is bad, but it also doesn't look the greatest, at least in my opinion. Because when you start up with a music video like BADVILLAIN, you're already putting high expectations when it comes to that with the public. So when you don't keep it up, people will start asking questions like me. Why is that happening? Why isn't it the same as the other one? Okay, maybe it's because this is just some kind of digital single or special single, and that's why they keep us like this. Okay, perfect. You gave us Zoom. Oh my god, it is just like BADVILLAIN. Great. And then Basement. And you're like, okay, there's nothing else. And then you give Thriller, and it's like, okay, everything is going up and down, up and down. What exactly is happening? It makes you ask questions as to what is happening. Promotion is lacking with them. I don't know why, but not much is happening with them. Again, it comes back to leaving them in the basement. If they do a comeback promotion, it's very short, and you ask your question, or at least I asked the question, do you not want the public to know about them? At least keep their YouTube channel active, social media active as much as you can. They're amazing dancers. They can post covers, at least something, so that people know, hey, we're doing this. I don't know, post short clips of them preparing for something. I don't know, anything. The promotion period for them is very short whenever they do a comeback. So it's like they do something, promotion is very short, back into the basement, and people are gonna be like, okay, if this is the way that it's gonna be, I'm just gonna move on and nothing else. It was going well when they debuted it, and now everything is lacking for some reason, which I think comes back for they're struggling to managing everybody that they got now under this company. I think it comes back to that. I don't think they ever realized how hard that would be, and now they're realizing it and they're having trouble with it. It comes back to that. I think for me, promotion is very important. If the group doesn't have that much promotion, doesn't keep active, is not doing as much, they be releasing music or social media, whatever it may be, the public will forget about them. When they do a comeback, people will have to revisit them and be like, okay, do I still like them or no? Because again, in that period of time, you can have 3 or 4 debuts of new groups and people will start following them, and then they do a comeback and it's like, okay, I have to re-see if I like it because my tastes have changed a little bit because of everything new that have been coming up in K-pop. Oh, do I still like it? Great, perfect. Ooh, I don't think I like this anymore. Sorry, bye. That can happen a lot of times. I've seen that happen with people around me. I'm like, I still like what they release, and my friends would be like, yeah, but so many things have happened that my taste in music have changed, and now this is not what I'm into. You know, it's like they start following groups that do cute concepts. They kind of stop being active. They listen to more, I don't know, sexy stuff, and then when that group is come by, they're like, I'm not into cute stuff anymore, I'm just gonna go here. That can happen. That might be a possibility that is happening with BADVILLAIN. Their comebacks are so spread out that the public is just forgetting about them or something, and then they barely get the promotion, so it's like, of course you're not gonna see anything coming back to you because you're not promote. Okay, the other point that I put here was the company. Now this company is fairly new, 2021. They're coming up to like their 5th year, like I said before. I'm just gonna think they're learning how to manage artists. Again, like I mentioned, maybe they didn't understand how much it would take, and now they're figuring it out. I don't want to think that they're seeing more value in other artists that are under their company than in others, you know, like comparing them, like this one gives me more value and more money than this one, so I'm gonna focus on that one, and that one is just when I need to do something because this one can't. You know what I mean? I don't want to think they're doing that because it doesn't look good. And 2, again, I want to think they're just learning how to manage everything. They copy Vivix. They have done a good job with promoting them. They come from GFriends, so the fan base was kind of already there, and they didn't have to build a fan base already because there were people already following them. They got Timing, that did a comeback with him fairly quickly after he signed with them. They're like a single with him. There's like a tour or something I heard. I will say Tammy's comeback have definitely come down a little bit, but he's now under a small company. It's not SM Entertainment, so I understand that. But still, there's other artists that they got here that they're probably not doing much with them. BADVILLAIN, I think, is getting affected by it a little bit. I think everything comes down to them not learning how to manage their artist. I think it comes down to that, and I think BADVILLAIN is getting a little bit forgotten about it because the company doesn't know what to fully do with them. Again, 2025 they only did Thriller. It's really good. It's just, again, it doesn't have that strong, how do I say it? It doesn't have what the other songs had to capture the public's attention again, in a way. It is a good song, but again, when you put that with all the new groups during that almost year that they were not active, it's like people can literally, again, be like, I'm not into this anymore, I'm sorry, and just move on. That can happen a lot, and that's when it comes to promotion and comebacks and all that. I'm not saying they could do like 5 comebacks a year, no, but keep them active somehow. I don't know how, but something. I mainly wanted to make this video to, 1, say those points, and 2, mainly to know you guys' opinions about it, because maybe I'm the only one that feels like this. I feel like BADVILLAIN would have been a bigger group by this point if promotion and all of that would have been a lot better since they debuted. They started very strong again. There's members on this group that I really love, that I, you know, done them from those shows that they were under, and I got very excited when I saw they were going to debut, and now seeing this, it's like, okay, what exactly are we doing with BADVILLAIN? I'm hoping again that this company is learning, that they weren't fully ready to debut BADVILLAIN, and they're just planning something for 2026. Maybe 2026 is gonna be their year and they're gonna be more active. I am hoping for that. There's a lot of potential in BADVILLAIN, I feel like, and I feel they deserve a lot more. And if they got that promotion properly, it would have been better. So I'm hoping that 2026 is their year and the company does do a comeback with them, and that it goes well and they keep them active for 2026 somehow, and the public follows them. And then again, that is my hoping for BADVILLAIN in 2026. But I want to know what you guys think about it. Do you think there's more into it? If not, do you think they have been doing a good job with BADVILLAIN and this is just something that happened? Do you like BADVILLAIN? Let me know your opinions in the comments below. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. I hope you're doing great, and I'll see y'all on the next one.